Welcome back to the Kuf and the Roche. With me is Matt Roche today. Matt, we're going to talk about stereotypes today.
Oh, yes.
What do you think about stereotypes?
Well, I don't know. They could be good or bad, Steven. Really depends on the situation. What do you think about them?
Well, I think most of them are pretty bad. I don't think there are a lot of good ones besides, they have to be, kind of racist if they're good at all, in general.
Well, Steven, I'm not. The good ones are when you go to the doctor's office and you have to fill that form, and that they're stereotyping you there. They're, it's like, do you have addiction in your family? Do you have cancer in your family? All these things. They're stereotyping you to make your medical treatment so much better.
I don't believe that's what a stereotype is.
But it can be.
How so?
Well, you're categorizing somebody in a group. If somebody has had addiction in their family, they have to give somebody a less addictive medication. You know what I mean? To make that medical the treatment better.
I never thought of it that way. I always thought of it as someone, a white person in particularly, stereotyping a black man as to be a bad person who does crime and all the violent crimes and stuff. That's how I usually see it, because that's kind of how the media itself has portrayed it during the news, during Instagram, during
just everywhere.
TikTok, everywhere on social media. Yeah. And even social media has brought in new stereotypes, like Karens. Karen's is a new stereotype that was introduced, I believe, from TikTok. No?
I love a good Karen video.
A good Karen video is amazing.
Yeah, I get your side, but you got to look at it on the other side. Not all stereotypes are bad, because if we're talking about specifically in race, then yeah, kinda. I mean, some are true. White people can't dance.
I strongly disagree with your statement, because I am white and I believe I can dance. And another good stereotype that I think there are outliers in is that Asian people are really smart. I don't believe that's a fair stereotype to put on Asian kids, because that's not fair to them, because that's puts a lot of pressure on each child to be the best in their class, and it's very stressful.
Okay, before I go off to the Asian topic, Steven, I hope that I could see you dance at prom. I really hope. Let's have a dance-off at prom.
We will have a dance-off right after this. How about that?
Okay. Jack Johnson?
Jack Johnson.
Okay. All right. As long as I got the dance
We
off.
will...
Because I would love to see how good you are at dancing. I would love to see you prove this stereotype wrong, because I'm a terrible dancer.
Billy Joel, Piano Man, right after this, and I will prove you wrong.
Okay. Shake on that.
Let the record show that we did just shake on this.
We did just shake on this. Okay. Now, but that's a smart way to look at it, You put such a high standard on people, now they have to go for that. And a lot of Asians, they try really hard and they don't end up doing what they love, Their parents are like, you gotta be a doctor, you gotta be a scientist, And then they end up doing something they don't love, and they're depressed for the rest of their life. So that is a really bad stereotype to actually put on people. But yeah, that was a really good way of looking at it. You put this high standard on people, and they have to live up to it. So Asian people, they're always trying to shoot for doctors and scientists because society and their parents just put it on them. Oh, you have to do this,
I don't think it's fair to have parents put any pressure on their kids to be a certain thing that they don't want to do. Because my friend was talking about this, or my coworker. He made it to med school. He studied all year, however many years it took for him to get ready for that. He got into med school. He made it into it. He started it. He dropped out because he didn't want to do it. now he's studying his like master's in something he does really like. And it's not fair that parents force their kids to do something that they don't love, because in the end, it's just not good for them.
Yeah, and then they don't thrive in the environment, you know? They stress out and then they drop out.
I think that's being stuck in something that you don't love is a very difficult thing to get out of. I think Dan said this to me. He said, I'd rather do something I hate and then get good at it than love it and then get bored of it, which I don't think is really how people should look at things. I think if you love it, you should really try to do it. And if you get tired of it, you could always change, because you have a bunch of people changing throughout their entire lives. Like, my mom got her degree in law school, and she started making jewelry, and then she hated it. She went back to law school. She got her degree again. She got her license reinstated, and now she's a lawyer again, which is awesome. And it just proves that people could change no matter what happens.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like going back to Dan, how he's like saying he'd rather do something that he doesn't love, but like to be in a safer feeling place. But I saw something about a week ago. You know the guy who stars in Dumb and Dumber? I can't think of the actor's name.
I think I know who you're talking about.
But you know who I'm talking about, the dark-haired guy.
Yeah.
He was doing a speech at a college, and he was saying to all the kids, he was like, you know, if he grew up and his dad got a safe job, and then his dad got fired from that safe job, and his family had to fight to survive off of his dad getting laid off. And he just said, you know, you can fail at being safe, so why not shoot for something that you want to do and still fail at it if you are still going to fail even if you're safe, you know? Exactly.
Like the old saying goes, aim for the moon, and if you miss, you'll hit a star.
Exactly.
Like, if you don't love it, then why do it at all, right? Yeah. Let's get back onto stereotypes, because I feel like we kind of got off.
We definitely did get off.
We did. So, do you believe that people can change their beliefs?
Yeah, absolutely. I think people definitely can change their beliefs. Like, once they get to know a person, I think they can change people, you know?
Mm-hmm. How do you think someone can change? Like, say, a member of the KKK, how would they learn to respect and like black people?
Well, I'm pretty sure you just gotta sit down and talk to them, because not all black people are bad. You know, not all people are bad. Let's just say that. I mean, I'm sure there's bad people, but there's bad people on every race. But I'm saying you know, you gotta sit down and have a conversation, because you could hate a race, you could be raised to hate a race, and you've never talked to that person once, you know, and then once you sit down, you can be like, wow, this guy is really cool. I mean, even when we're if you're ever walking in the streets of New York and you see some guy, he's dressed up and he's got some raggedy clothes, you think, oh, this guy's kind of dangerous. But what if you sat down and have a conversation with him? He might not be that bad, you know?
I mean, to be fair, I think I've done that.
I've definitely done that.
Oh my God. I don't want to say his name, but you definitely know him. But I didn't like the people he hung out with. I didn't know him at all, but I didn't like the people he hung out with, so I kind of made an assumption with him. And now I started to talk to him, and I think we are really good friends, and I wish that we stay friends. But through COVID, we kind of lost touch, and that's a little disappointing. But I think that the stereotype I made with the group of people that he was with is kind of why I made the assumption.
Yeah.
What's the saying? If you hang out with trash, you'll start to smell like trash.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I think that Do you know the name of the guy I researched?
No, I don't know.
Okay, that's fine.
It's okay.
But I watched a TED Talk, and he was like, ignorance is the root of all fear. And I strongly believe that that is completely true. I believe that ignorance does cause a lot of fear. I think that the fact that the unknown is scary, like, cause a lot of people not to want to try new things and do new things. Like, my sisters don't want to scuba dive. Mm-hmm. My mom, my sisters refuse to do it. One of the best experiences of my life. I will talk about it any chance I get. I remember scuba diving, and I was in like Tampa Bay or wherever I was, and there was a school of tuna, a school of tuna above me, blocking the sun. And I'm like, wow, that's beautiful. And I thought it was fantastic. But it was because I was willing to take that chance of exploring the unknown.
Yeah. I think stereotypes are like, it's based on fear.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It's definitely based on fear. Because, like, I mean, like you said, you know, people are just afraid to take that extra step and go explore it. Like skydiving, you know? Our buddy Danny.
Mm-hmm.
He's afraid to do it, but I guarantee when he does it, he'll love it. You know?
Oh my
that
God.
That free fall and everything.
I really want to try skydiving.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go skydiving.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I would be so down to do it.
I'm excited. We'll do it this summer.
I don't think we can. I think we have to get like certified. It takes like a year or something.
I don't think so.
We'll look into this.
Okay. Because I see people do it all the time, and they're just like strapped in with someone.
Yeah. You can jump with a person. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
We'll try that first because
I would love to do that.
You have to scuba dive first.
I know. I gotta get my certification. I gotta talk to my parents.
I'll let you use my gear in your pool.
No, I just need to get the certification, then I'll rent stuff, and then we'll go scuba dive. We'll go down to the creek you always wanted to go down.
Dutch Springs?
Yeah.
I swear I'm going with Nick. I'm excited. I'm so excited. You, Nick, and Emma could all go. It'll be fun.
Yeah, Emma scuba dives, yeah.
Because, but even if you just do the like lesson, that one lesson, and in the pool, you'll love it.
No, I guarantee I'll love it. I think I've been so afraid of the ocean, you know? I've been afraid of the ocean. And you're laughing at me, but like for a while I've always had a fear of like when I'm stepping in the ocean, like I'll step in something, I jump. I was on a cruise with my mom, with my parents, right? It was just us three. And we went to this island called Coco Cay. We went into the water, and we're like literally knee deep. And I stepped on a shell, and I jumped up. I jumped on my mom. Like, you know how tall I am. My mom's 5'1", I'm 5'9". I literally jumped into my mom's arms. I hated stepping in the ocean. I gotta go this summer, see if I'll be better, but you know.
I do the same thing, but I'll go deeper. I'll just jump up and like do the doggy paddle thing.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you just gotta float there for a minute then.
Yeah.
But
I guess fear just controls everything.
I believe fear is one of the main reasons that
it probably has to be the most powerful thing. Fear.
I think it's fear and I know I keep saying this, ignorance.
Yeah.
I think those are the main reasons that racism is in existence right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, like, even if you walk in the street, people are afraid of, like people that look different than them, you know?
There is even a thing with men. I feel like a lot of women fear men, even walking down the street. Like, I know I get scared of other men. If it's, like, nighttime, I get scared.
Yeah, I would too.
I remember walking on a park and like I thought people were following me, and I got nervous and I was like, what am I about to do to get out of it? To be fair, I was just being paranoid. I should do jiu-jitsu again.
Okay, stay on topic.
We gotta stay on topic.
Fear controls so much, you know, even what you're saying, people are following you, you know. I think people just need to sit down, just face their fears, because like you see it all the time in like movies and everything, you know. Once the people face their fear, everything's okay.
Right.
So we gotta sit down with other people that we feel uncomfortable with, and just really have a talk. Like, one of my sources that I watched, it was granted, it was like a really Catholic, Christian Catholic, whatever you want to call it, podcast. But the guy was talking about how there's 2D stereotypes and 3D. The 2D stereotypes, like I was saying before, white people can't dance, right? But then the 3D stereotype, let's just say you can dance. Well, you said you can dance, so I'm going to believe you. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and say you can dance.
I really
all right?
appreciate it.
So my 2D stereotype is white people can't dance. You're a white male, and you say you can dance. So I shouldn't just assume you can't dance. Instead, I should let you do it. The 3D stereotype, the 3D person, rewrite my 2D stereotype. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
I understand. But I don't even think it's just each person. I think the government does, in fact, also stereotype a bunch of people. Like, there are a couple beaches in New Jersey that won't let people go past their legs with major Latino and black populations because the currents are too strong and they don't trust people enough to swim that they know how to swim.
Yeah, stereotyping there.
I think the problem is bigger than just one person talking to another. I think needs to be a large debate between everyone in the country. I feel like a lot of people need to start changing their beliefs and how they understand things.
Yeah, but that's the thing. No, not everybody's gonna change. Me and you, we're raised in this bubble, right? Randolph, it's a bubble. And once we go out, we're gonna be in this diverse community. You're going to Scranton, I'm going to Philly. Diverse, very diverse, right? But like other people, let's just go with white people against black people. How racist they are. Let's go back to the KKK thing. People down south, one of the podcasts I was listening to, they were talking about how these people have never seen a black person in their life. And then once they went to college, they had a roommate that was black, and they just sat and stared at them. And they were like, I can't believe you're not like some, whatever the movie was. But it was some movie about how like thug black people were, Yeah. Like they just couldn't believe that this person was just like a civilized person. I'm not saying like hood people aren't civilized, but I'm just saying like that they weren't like trying to act all tough around people or like that. They were just like so crazy, dumbfounded. Thank you. That's the better word. That the fact that this person wasn't. So I think not everybody's gonna change. We can have this. Racism won't stop. Stereotypes won't stop. No matter how many people fight for it. So it's just, if we get enough people to, maybe it will lessen it.
I think anyone, if they are willing to put the time into changing, that they can.
Yeah.
I don't believe that everyone will want to, because I believe everyone is trying to look out for themselves and not trying to change for the better. But if people were willing to change their beliefs and their ways, and I don't want to use the word conform, but I guess that would probably be the best way. Conform to what we deem appropriate, then I don't think racism would be a thing. However, I guess that in America, it's just their right to disagree. Like, I don't agree with their disagreements, but they do have the right to do so.
Yeah. Now, how do you think we can steer away from stereotypes? Like, how do you think we can better ourselves do it? Because you said people, if they're willing to change. What do you think's the right way to do it?
I think the best way to do it is just to learn. Just learn.
Educate yourself.
You gotta educate yourself. Like, well, go talk to people you don't usually talk to. Go talk to different communities. Go into different communities. Try to travel the world if you could. I know a lot of people can't, but if you can, like, even go a town over, I'm sure that the community is completely different. Like, I think Dover is a completely different community than Randolph, and I believe that
absolutely.
Morris Plains is completely different than
Yes.
Dover.
Or Parsippany.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But as long as you're willing to change and you're willing to learn, then I believe that you can change.
Yeah, so don't judge a book by a cover.
I
We've been
agree
learning
with
this for years. And it goes into life. Don't judge a book by its cover.
I just don't think we're teaching everyone that in school. I don't think everybody in this country, I don't think everyone is being taught that.
I don't think everybody's getting the real meaning for it. You know, you think don't judge a book by it. Since I was young, I've been just thinking, oh yeah, don't look at that book and go, oh, that's a cool cover, it's going to be a good book, you know? Because like sometimes you look at it, even with people, you know, you look at somebody, you're like, oh yeah, he looks like a very civilized person. That guy could be absolutely a nut job, you know?
Yeah.
You know, if you look at the movie Fight Club, the guy, he was very civilized, but the dude had like 2 split personalities. Mm-hmm. And one minute he's at the office, he's fine. And the next minute he's organizing a terrorist group. You know, it's like that. So you can't judge a book by its cover.
It's fair. I think the takeaway from this discussion is don't judge a book by its cover, and just try to learn from new people.
Yeah.
Just educate so you don't make a fool of yourself and insult anybody that you don't know.
Yeah. That's a beautiful way of looking at it.
Well, alrighty, this has been the Kuf and the Roche, and we are signing off.